Sagittarius, hi, this is Marthe with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, Saggies, how are you? I hope everyone is safe and well. My friends, thank you so much for being here on this journey to encourage, elevate, and empower, and to rise together. I really appreciate each and every one of you here. Thank you also very much still for your donations, because they keep coming in still. Yeah, thank you so much for helping us out. We really, really appreciate this. Yeah, and also all your likes, your beautiful comments. We appreciate those as well. Of course. All right, if you would like to win the December free reading, please, I was thinking of something that could be really fun. If you would like to, is post your favorite song down below, like a link to your favorite song down below. And because a couple of you guys sent me songs as a thank you, and I so appreciate this because I love music and I think it's something that connects us all. It's a universal language. So that would be amazing. Just drop something if you would like that reading. And yeah, and Spirit's gonna pick from whoever has the most amazing song. No, it's just like Spirit's picking regardless. So it's a general reading, Saggies. It may or may not resonate with you. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else. Okay? Thank you. Oh, wow. Interesting. That was really quick. Really quick the way they came out. I thought tour out, and then a while nothing, and then all of a sudden everything, and I immediately knew where to put them. I didn't even have to think or ask. It was immediately clear. So there's a message in this in itself for you. Well, first of all, I should bring my intro. So it's a general reading. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else. It's not gender specific, nor is it time specific. Please just go with your gut. Whenever the message reaches you, it's yours at that time. Go with the title, right? Go with the title, go with your gut. What do you feel drawn to? Then watch it, and it's yours at that time. All right. So again, back to the topic at hand. It's really, really interesting how that happened, and you immediately know how to. So maybe you've been waiting on something to come in to give you clarity, to make you understand a situation better, possibly information, and all of a sudden it's here, and you don't even have to think. It's like boom, 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 and it's very, very clear how you should act. But there could be, depending on where you are in your journey, right? Because this is a general reading. So it's very much like that. Either you're just coming into that awareness and that allows you to move quickly, or you're in that waiting space. Take it as it resonates, please. Haha. They want me to start with a guardian angel card. I pre-shuffled all of your cards already. 2 guardian angel cards are out, one of which I will read right now, and the other one in the extended. It says guilt. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love. Regardless of what you've done or what you think you failed to do, from your soul's perspective, there's neither right nor wrong. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love, so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. All right? All right, all right. Okay, good. So my sweethearts, you have the 6 of Swords. That means moving to calmer waters, basically. The Swords, that's of course the mental capacity. It could also be communication. Maybe you've communicated to someone, hey, I'm moving on, I'm moving over there. It's very much moving towards where the grass is greener. It's crossing a threshold here for you, Sagittarius. Crossing a threshold, and this is quite calculated too. This is nothing that you just la la la, something like that. It's not like that, the energy. The energy is much more like, okay, you've planned this and you wanted this. You put a focus and an intention on this, and then you took inspired action on whatever it is that you're doing, but you're sure as hell are moving on and moving to calmer waters here, which is good. Also emotionally, right? Maybe you learned about your emotions and about your emotional world, and you're applying a couple of techniques. That's what I'm getting with this one as well. Then you have the 2 of Pentacles. There's a need to balance something. Could be time and energy. How much do you invest in something? How much do you get out? I'm really getting those economic terms of the investment and really what you get out. I think RESVP or something, if I'm not entirely mistaken, I could be totally wrong. RESVP, it's what you put in and then what you get out, and that's basically that. So there's a math to it. Is it really worth it? Or do you need to slow down in some area here of your life? Do you need to rethink it and recalculate? Is it really worth what I want here? And it has to do very much, of course, with the Six of Swords here for you, Sagittarius, right? Is it really worth it taking that next step in that direction? Or how much does it cost you right now? Or is it well worth waiting, much like how the cards came out in the beginning? Is it worth waiting just right now in that void until more information comes in, and then it's so much easier? As you could see, it was just like boom, 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 boom. It was there. So there's an element here. How much are you pushing forward right now? Also an element of meditation, of course, is going to help you here, because that will let you know immediately, right, where you are at. Also body scans, because when you come back to your body is such a vessel of wisdom, really, because it shows your emotions, basically. It shows where you are. Do you need to rest? Don't you? Because the head can really trick us with the Eight of Swords. The head can really trick us. It can make us feel small and insignificant just because of the mental patterns that are running, when really we are so far beyond that already. We're no longer that person. So it's just that mental imprisonment that still holds us in place. And there may be a need for you to resolve that first here, Sagittarius, before you move on, because it's on the inside, right? When we try to resolve that on the outside, yes, that may look pretty and that's awesome, and it's an accomplishment in itself, don't get me wrong. That's not what this is about. This is great stuff, what you're doing. It would be, however, much more effective if you went internally, if you went on your inside and really had a look at yourself and at the patterns that are running, because those are the ones that are holding you back, right? On the outside, we can do this, because once this clicks into place, it's going to be like boom, 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 really fast. You don't even have to think about it, because you are so well structured and well organized here already, Sagittarius, but externally. So now the work is being brought back to your internal, and that's where the focus should be right now. And this, when you're all worked up and stuff and want to go, this can be not so easy to do, right? Your next card out is the Fool. That is the spiritual journey that you're on. It doesn't even have to be spiritual. It can be any kind of journey that you're on. And it was started by something that burned you here, something that led you on it. And it's often like that, right? We're being sent on these journeys, or putting ourselves on these journeys of moving forward, moving on to something better, something that we perceive we're moving away from pain. Often. Because otherwise we would just, I know I would. I wouldn't be moving. I'm a Leo, I'm a fixed sign, so I'm just like, no thank you. Until they really make me uncomfortable, and then I start to move. And I've been really uncomfortable in my life, so I've grown heaps, and I feel I'm still not quite there yet, but I feel like I'm getting closer. And that's kind of like this here, the ever evolving journey here of Sagittarius, right? There's a huge transformative process that is in the process right now, right? With the moth here that is coming out. So you must have done heaps of shadow work here, Sagittarius. But you're still in that cocoon, so it's still not quite done yet. But you're that butterfly already. That's the funny thing about it, right? Really think about the caterpillar that is in the cocoon, or the moth. They are ready already. They just don't know how to use their wings yet. And that's kind of like what this reading is coming, or seems to be coming down to for you. You are the butterfly already. You just don't know how to use the wings yet, right? So there's an element of this. So really go inside and figure that out for yourself. What is this? What is holding me back here? Like, what are my beliefs about a certain situation? Why? What do I want to achieve? Why do I want to achieve it? How can I make sure I get there? What is holding me back? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? all that and take that into consideration and into account. There's the SWOT method, by the way, SWOT. Those are abbreviations for, let me think real quick, it's been a while, for just that, for the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats, the possible threats. Look that up if you want to, and you can do an analysis of yourself and of your situation. It can be quite helpful too, because it helps you knowing yourself better. And this is exactly what the spiritual journey is actually about, helping understand who you really are, like internally, and the path that your soul has set you upon, right? And here we have you again with the Knight of Pentacles. That's someone who has been hurt again and is still wearing their armor underneath. Maybe not visible to so many, because we can put on that smile, right, Sagittarius? And can make sure no one sees it, but some people do see it. And when you're quite honest and when you're working with yourself, you can see it too. You can feel it, that you're still keeping people at a distance, maybe, right? Sometimes we don't notice it until we kind of outgrow our old position, and then we can actually observe it's quite interesting, because you really can. It's like your future self is watching your now self, and or what you thought you once were, right? Because that's still only the mental image, it's not really you anymore. And that's exactly that. That's the shedding of the cocoon, because what you are seeing is just yourself in the past in the mirror, if that makes any sense. And that's the cocoon. You're shedding that cocoon, because that's no longer you anyways, because you're no longer that moth. That's an outdated image that is still running. That's that here. That's low self-esteem. Schwupps, like this, just gone, right? That's no longer applicable to you, Sagittarius. And I believe it's you coming into the awareness of that. And the funny thing is, it's interesting, they did that in the Scorpio reading yesterday too. You have breakthrough as your other card. And matter of factly, they want me to read it to you right now. I actually thought I was going to read it to you in the extended, but Spirit says now. So we're going to draw new cards for the extended. Breakthrough. How many beautiful, heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of those false beliefs, yes, and to realize your dreams, Sagittarius. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. Yeah, exactly. They just bring it at the perfect time. It's amazing. So yeah, and that's exactly that. Like, trust yourself. Trust that path that the soul already knows. The soul already knows where it takes you. You feel the urges, the emotions that'll set you on that path, right? Okay. Let's draw more cards for you, Sag. Thank you. Wait. All right. No. Thank you. Haha! Oh my God! Yeah. You have a double card. Cool. That one too. Oh, that's not surprising. All right. Oh, I love this. Nice. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So, your next card is the Three of Stones, which is the Three of Pentacles, which is the learning of new skills, basically, also. And it's also with creativity. It's bringing your creativity forth. You are what you create, and your creation is you in turn. And in creation, when you are creating, sometimes it just really happens that you all of a sudden fall into this place of just pure creation, like children do, where it's really like you're just creating for the sake of creation, and the outcome might really surprise you, because when you let it flow through you, when you do arts, for example, or writing, you'd be so surprised when you no longer try to control the outcome or the process, because that is again mental. When you allow the mental to come in during these creative processes, it might mess up the process, right? But when you really allow it to flow, Sagittarius here, You might be so surprised because you can actually see yourself, your new self, in the art that you just created, or whatever it is that you're creating here. It's something that will give you a lot of stability in the future, regardless, right? Really a lot of stability. And it'll ground you too. So use your creative forces, whatever it is that you like to create or that your soul wants to create. Because your soul wants to feel, wants to experience itself in your human body, in your human form. So it's like, how does this taste? How does this smell? How does this feel? Oh my goodness. If that ever happened to you when you're really, really present, it's amazing. Like everything's like, wow. Like you have never seen it before. And it's kind of like that. It's like, wow, look at this. And I actually haven't seen that before. That's amazing. And then you all of a sudden fall into that bliss state. And that's what they're talking about here, coming more and more into a state of bliss because of that, right? Because of that. And that's the double card with the 6 of arrows. That's the 6 of swords, right? That we already had in the very beginning for you here. That is moving on to something else, to calmer waters here. And this is only something you believe. Again, also something mental, because you believe something else is there where you're going. But this, I believe, is a good belief. But also one that needs to be tested, right? Because we can't trust our minds like that. We cannot. We have to really make sure that this is like check back with reality too, with what you believe in that very moment, right, Sagittarius? Because that's important. It's really important to keep adjusting your course here. You want to be very present so you can do this, especially in times like right now where it is so it's changing so quickly. Like day by day is different, and we just have to adjust and find new methods to ground ourselves, to help ourselves, and sometimes just go with the flow, right? Just go with whatever is there. If time passes super fast today, well, I can't help it. I can't stop it. So I might as well move with it and try to make the best of it. It's kind of like that. Stay flexible so you can adjust the course, much like he does here, right? He has his hand on the steering wheel because it's his boat. That's you. And you want to be able to adjust that here. All right? Okay, Saggies, we'll take this over to the extended to Vimeo and or Patreon if you're interested to find out more where this journey is taking you. And if you would like more advice from Spirit, the links to Vimeo and Patreons are down below. You can check out both and see which option fits you best. Okay, there's also a new platform I'm on if you're looking for alternative viewing methods. It's called Library, and I'll attach the link down below and see if YouTube allows me to do that. We'll see. All right, my friends, much love, and I'll either see you over in your extended or next time. Bye.